Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is Really Fake, chapter 54, and this one is titled Date. Actually, he said in a mischievous old man tone, my high school sweetheart used to treat me the same way as Mrs. Happy does. It's very nostalgic. When Mrs. Happy calls me a silly man, that's when I knew I liked her. You cackled. Okay, well, you're the one that has to spend 6 hours a day with her, so that's fine by me. Should I call her and tell her you want her as your carer? You asked him. It's a little late now, isn't it? He asked, squinting at the clock on the wall. Pa, it's like 6:15. It's not late. If you say so. His one shoulder raised in an old man shrug. You pulled your phone out and called Mrs. Happy's number, putting it on loudspeaker so that Pa could hear as well. Yes, she answered. Hi, Mrs. Happy, we've decided to have you as our carer, you said happily into the receiver, smiling across at Pa. There was a long pause and then she replied. Good. Yeah. When do start? What day? This Monday, would that be okay? Yes. The line went dead and then the call was disconnected. I think she's happy? A confused chuckle escaped your lips, also amused by your pun. I think I'm in love, Pa joked. Man, I hope this goes well, you mumbled, more to yourself than anything else, as you put your phone back in your pocket. Later that night you were on the phone to MF, updating her on what was happening with the carers that day. Okay, so you started pinching the bridge of your nose as you sat down on the edge of your bed and then flopped backwards with your phone still in hand as it was pressed to your ear. The first one I rang was Mrs. Other. She didn't even make it past the first phone call. Yeah, figures, MF replied. She didn't strike me as the one who would have been picked. Then why did you put her in? You asked. I told you before, it's the... Okay, never mind. So what about the other two? What were they like? She continued. You put her on loudspeaker and plopped the phone down beside your head, chatting on while staring up at the ceiling. Well, Mrs. Happy was a complete grump, and Mrs. Grump was happy, so there's that, you said with a sigh. Wow, MF replied sarcastically. That's genius, isn't it? What, that they didn't match their names? You asked. Yeah, she replied. But anyway, which did you pick? Mrs. Grump, because she was happy? No, Pa himself insisted on Mrs. Happy because, although she was grumpy, she seemed to know what to do, and he told me that she reminded him of his high school sweetheart. Oh, that's cute, in a weird old person way, MF cooed. So, when does she start? Monday next week. I have a date with Kuroo this weekend, you added in with a grin, switching it up super quick. Wait, hold on. Is this the first date? MF asked with surprise. How long have you guys been officially dating now? You furrowed your brows in thought for a second. It's gotta be a month at least. Yeah, that's what I thought, she confirmed. So, where are you going to go for the first date? Food markets, then chill under the fairy light trees and have dinner, he said happily. Well, he's smart. I'll give him that. He knows the way to the woman's heart is through her stomach. Yeah, exactly. Have fun, and good luck with the carer person. I gotta go. Okay, cool. Bye, she added once you'd run out of breath. Then she hung up. You smiled up at the ceiling. Now for my first date with Kuroo. God, I've got it all backwards, haven't I? We've exchanged going down on each other, but haven't had a first date yet. You chuckled internally and sat up. This weekend should be fun. You certainly weren't expecting to feel as nervous as you did the afternoon that Kuroo came to pick you up for your date. And you certainly weren't expecting him to look so frickin' good in a red plaid flannel open shirt and ripped black jeans. Hey, he gritted casually, with his arm up on the door frame as he opened the front door, that smug smirk that was almost permanently on his face, pulling tight as he leered down at you. You ready to go? You just stared up at him with your mouth open, and he leaned down and kissed your lips to make you close your mouth. Okay, if you're done staring, we'll go, because you look cute in your outfit and I want to see you from behind, he said in a low, calm voice. The look on your face was priceless, and he saw you struggling with his comment, and Hyena laughed. You should see your face, he cackled, doubling over so that it gave you the perfect chance to smack him in the head. Don't tease me like that, you stammered, flusteredness level definitely going over 3,000. Okay, come on, short stack, up front where I can see you, he leered, grabbing your hand and yanking you out the door. Should we say bye to Pa? He added as he caught you against his front. He's sleeping, you replied, still in a bit of a numb daze. Okay then, let's go, he said, turning and heading off down the path with your wrist in his hand. You let him lead you for a while, and then you pulled your wrist free and held his hand like a normal person. Oh, you're okay now? He teased, looking down at you from the corner of his eye. Barely, you replied in a dead tone. He chuckled deeply and pulled you into his side. We're going to have a lot of fun today then, aren't we? If you've started so flustered. I'm not flustered, you pouted. Yes, you are, he replied. Am not. Not. You continued on down the road, stuck in an extremely mature vocal rut. Tit, where are you taking me? You asked as you were dragged along by your handsome boyfriend. This way, he said. It's along here somewhere. Now at the food market, stall upon stall rolled by as you purposefully walked to a destination unknown. You looked up at Kuroo and watched as he looked from food display board to display board, obviously searching for something. Then it dawned on you. Oi! Did you bring me here because of something you wanted? You asked as you were dragged along by your handsome man. I was wondering how long it would take you to catch on. He leered, giving you a wink. They don't call me the scheming captain for nothing. Scheming captain indeed. Chapter 54 is done dusted. I'll see you tomorrow for chapter 55.